CASA of Tulare County just received a grant from the California Coastal Commission to help foster youth get outside, learn about local aquatic ecosystems, and connect with the environment in a hands-on way, all while encouraging the next generation to care for and protect our natural spaces. With me today, we have Dr. Carmela Sosa, a pediatrician at Valley Children's and the force behind CASA receiving the grant, and Melinda Morales-Riggy, the communication manager for CASA of Tulare County. Hello, welcome you guys.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Of course. So first, Dr. Sosa, I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
Tell me about this grant. How did it come to be?
Well, this grant is from the California Coastal Commission, as you had mentioned, and it is really meant to introduce individuals to marine stewardship, ecosystems, and get people outside having adventures, right, by the coast. And what came to me in this grant in particular, they're looking for vulnerable individuals who don't normally have access to the outdoors or to the marine ecosystem. And so the valley is really a place we seem to be pretty landlocked. And so it was just a thought to partner with CASA to see about getting kids out to the coast.
We love it. And it's a two-part program, isn't that right?
Absolutely, yes.
And how does that work exactly?
Sure, so the first part already took place, and that was a 2-hour education session where the kids learned to reduce, reuse, recycle.
That's cute.
They did some underwater virtual 3D diving at the Marine Sanctuary in Monterey Bay, which they will go to.
That's
and
exciting.
they also did some crafts with recycled materials, so learning how to reuse some of the materials. They had a great time.
I love that. What was kind of their reactions to it all?
Oh, they were, I think the crafts were probably their favorite part.
Probably,
But I
right.
think they were most amazed with the underwater dive because it really put them in the space looking for seals and sea urchins, all kinds of sea life.
I love it. And how many CASA kids can actually receive that experience?
Right, so through this grant, we're able to serve 30 youth between the
Wow.
ages of 8 and 17.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. And now let's learn a little bit more about CASA and what you guys do. How can people get involved?
Well, CASA is always looking for volunteers because part of the beauty of this grant is the volunteers who are working with these children get to go with them to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So that's always a fun plus of being a volunteer. We like to try to arrange as many things like this as we can. But we're looking for volunteers all the time. We have a training program that starts next month in Visalia. So if you're interested in doing that, I believe our information is up there on the screen. Our next class starts June 13th, and it's a 4-day course, so it's pretty quick. There's just a few steps to get involved, and you can call the number on the screen, which is 559-625-4007. Ask for me, and I can get you started on what's next. Quick orientation to introduce you to our program and all the wonderful things that we provide for our children.
Beautiful. And will you just explain, it's possible to do with a job as well?
Absolutely. Most of our volunteers, in fact, our best volunteers are very busy people who, because they are committed people, like Dr. Sosa, right? So they're either retired or semi-retired, working full-time students. Really doesn't matter. It's if you have a heart for children and you have a little bit of time on your hands, we only ask about 6 to 8 hours a month, and we feel like we can really put you to good use working with kids who really need a solid, stable adult in their life. So if you're interested, this is the place for you.
We love it. And Dr. Sosa, what's your experience with CASA?
Oh, my experience has been fantastic. They've been a really great partner. And one of the parts of the grant in particular is it's the trip outdoors to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We know that kids who have faced adversity early on in life, they're at higher risk for chronic disease as adults. And so there are buffering factors or protective factors. And one of those things, well, 2 of those things are having people around them who care about them and experience to nature and outdoors.
It must be really nice and rewarding.
It is, yeah.
How long have you been a part of CASA, though?
Oh,
An advocate?
About a year she's been involved with this grant program.
Beautiful, in the grant program. Wow, that's a lot in the making then.
Yes.
And what's your hope, I guess, just to touch these children? Like, what do you want them to take away?
Well, I hope through the Whale Tail Grant they will get to experience the ocean for the first time. We did a poll. None of them have been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium as of yet.
So cool.
So it's going to be an exciting first experience for them. And really that they just take away a positive experience.
When do they get to go exactly? Do you know the date?
We're going Friday, June 12th.
Ooh, that'll be be so exciting. Oh, it's the day of the training.
Yeah.
That's
So it'll be a
lovely.
great summertime experience for them.
I love it.
Right, we're also heading to the Great Tide Pools, so they will get to be out and checking out marine life firsthand
That
as
would be
well.
such a fun time. I
Yes.
love that. And now in the training program to become an advocate, what do you learn?
Well, you learn a lot. We have an amazing training program that we use a lot of subject matter experts from our community. We have attorneys, we have therapists, we have lots of people who can teach you how to work with children if you've never had that experience before. But you will learn the ins and outs of the court system, and confidentiality is a big part of it, but you'll really just learn how to be, there's nothing complicated, just be a good friend, mentor these children who just want someone to talk to sometimes. They want someone to pay attention to them. They've had a rough hand dealt to them.
Definitely.
And just spending time with these kids is really all you need to do. We teach you everything else that's important. No experience. There's one hard rule: you have to be over 21, and that's it.
And that's it. Because sometimes all you need is someone to show up for you.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. Amazing. Well, thank you both for joining me today.
Well,
Thank you for having us.
Of course, most definitely. And coming up on Central Valley Today.